Hey, what's up guys, it's Jake aka Tag, and today we're coming at you with another new video. Today we're going to be covering a LAVAHOUND pencil deck, aka the Battle Ram, and this deck's been working pretty well for me in Grand Challenges, so let's get into it. We have Skeletons, we have Goblin Gang, we have of course the Pencil, and the LAVAHOUND as our win conditions. We have Log, Poison, and Mega Minion. The way this deck functions is you typically use the LAVAHOUND to bait out the Inferno, or you really just use the LAVAHOUND in the Battle Ram to get your chip damage or your damage on the tower. In double elixir against control decks, you don't really want to be playing until double elixir. You don't really want to be playing your LAVAHOUND very often. You just want to be pressuring because you actually don't have lightning, you don't have zap, you don't have really any way to get out the Inferno. So yeah, that's pretty much how it functions from that perspective. Against more tank decks, you don't really want to be going the same lane as a Golem, because Golem's just going to be a lot more hefty, and you don't want to let them defend your LAVAHOUND and then build up a strong push behind that. But because your LAVAHOUND's a lot more tanky than a Giant, or just in general, just better, it's better to go the same lane against Giant. But against Golem, it's really not an option. So to cover that again, don't play your LAVAHOUND until double elixir if you're playing against a deck with Inferno, because you're not going to really be able to break through it. Just use your Battle Ram and your other cards to just cycle and mitigate damage until that point. Just figure out what cards they have in cycle, so then you're able to get some nice prediction logs off when you know that they'll have Skarmy or Goblin Gang in cycle. Get those nice poisons off when you know that they're going to be dropping Electro Wizard and a whole bunch of stuff underneath your LAVAHOUND and or Battle Ram. And yeah, it's just getting to that point. Against tank decks, you don't really want to be going the same lane unless it's Giant. So I got a nice juicy 12 win with that, and 12-1. The only loss I ended up having was to some guy from Team Queso rocking a 3 Musketeer deck, which is pretty much the hardest counter to the deck. It's really hard to beat. Incredibly close game too. So he barely won it, and it's whatever. It just shows how strong the deck is. Even the hardest counters can still be almost beaten. If he was worse at the game, I would have won. But let's go into the game. Let's get into this nice golden chest. Let's see if we can get anything out of it, and then we'll be hopping into the game shortly. 255 gold, not that much. No, I don't think I'm actually gonna get anything from this. Yeah, we just get gold. We get straight up gold. So let's go hop into some games. Do I want to be going against Pencil first? Yeah, we're gonna be going against Pencil Bandit deck first. So this is a minor control deck, and you're going to be seeing me not really be able to break through it if I drop my LAVAHOUND early. If it hits double elixir, my LAVAHOUND's really just not going to do anything until double elixir. I was just waiting. Waiting as a first play for this deck, it's pretty good, because you're waiting for double elixir anyways before your LAVAHOUND's going to do any damage against most decks. So being responsive to your opponent as your first move is always a good one. If you drop Skeletons in that spot, if there was just a lone Bandit, he would get 0 tower damage. And as you guys saw right there, my log didn't hit the Bandit, the Skeletons just did it, did all the work there. So that Skeleton placement, if you didn't know, counters a Bandit fully. If you drop it anywhere near the river or anything, you're just going to get wrecked. I actually did drop my LAVAHOUND early, but I didn't know if he was running Inferno or not. He ended up running Inferno. I went Pencil opposite lane because I saw his Electro Wizard and his Inferno going the same lane. So Inferno, and he didn't have Goblin Gang, so I didn't have to log or anything. I just took advantage of seeing his counters. I knew that he didn't have any counters. I went for the Battle Ram opposite lane and took my damage. So I'm dropping my Skeletons right there. He could actually poison that if he really wanted to, but that would be a pretty overcommittal, or a pretty big overcommittal. So right now I'm just thinking I gotta counter this Goblin Gang. This Inferno is really just going to wreck the LAVAHOUND. I'm doing a -2 trade here, but it happens. So I'm not really going to support the LAVAHOUND because it was just not going to... It was not meant to be there anyways. We're just going to be dropping our Pencil opposite lane again. Same thing. Same maneuver. Trying to get that Battle Ram on tower. Trying to get those barbs doing some nice damage. As you guys can see, one Battle Ram on the left side did 1,000 damage to his tower. Straight up. So that's pretty incredible, honestly. I gotta defend. I can't let that Bandit break through. If that Bandit gets any chip damage, I'd be in some serious trouble. So I defend the bandit with the skeletons and I drop my Mega Minion. At this point, I know that the game is pretty much mine because I'm up tower damage and it's double elixir. He's got to do so much more before then. Now I can afford to defend really easily while he just, yeah, he's dropping so much elixir that he kind of needs to defend. Like, he's either got to take my tower here right now or win or lose the game. So, yeah, this is kind of scary for him. I believe I just dropped Battle Ram and I am able to drop Mega Minion because he literally dropped like 12 worth of elixir on the opposite side. That's the thing about these type of decks. When you're playing a Golem deck or you're playing a tank deck like this, your opponent will often freak out and rush the opposite lane with all of their elixir. When if you're playing a control deck, you really only want to be dropping like 6 elixir, something along those lines. If you overcommit, you're definitely going to be in a world of pain, as this guy was. So the great thing about this deck is you're able to make a lot of your opponents overcommit, and you're able to just take games really easy. This was pretty much the epitome of like what I wanted to happen. I'm just going to be cycling log here for my last 5 damage, and yeah, it should be game. Yeah, pretty straightforward one. Pretty solid. So I believe the next game is going to be against one of my favorite archetypes, the LAVAHOUND Balloon archetype, and we'll see how I respond to that. So LAVAHOUND Balloon is actually one of the harder matchups with this, but if you play it correctly, you're going to be able to get your damage anyways. You just got to really make sure that your Mega Minion and your Electro Wizard aren't going to be lightning down. You got to not really... you can't be defending with both of them, honestly. You want to be spreading your opponent thin so that you can just defend with either Electro Wizard or Mega Minion. I see his LAVAHOUND. I automatically know that this guy is not running LAVAHOUND Pencil. He's running Balloon because no normal person runs LAVAHOUND Pencil. So we just go for that poison and LAVAHOUND, or poison and pencil, and poison, or yeah, we just poison everything underneath because we know that the basic LAVAHOUND Balloon deck is always going to be squishy. So we predicted that he would either have like Skarmy or something, and yeah, we were just chilling then. I also realized that he spent so much elixir, he dropped the balloon. It's really hard to afford LAVAHOUND Balloon and Lightning in single elixir, so you're actually able to justify dropping the Electro Wizard and Mega Minion at many times if you're able to count their elixir and determine like what are along the lines of where they're at in their cycle. So I'm going opposite lane right now. He's realizing that he's actually got to take that 834 damage tower, so he's kind of in a bad situation right here. So as long as we take the right tower, we're going to be winning. And yeah, there's no way it's going to go to... You can't let this go to a 2-tower game because you're going to have a lot of trouble 3-crowning compared to a Lava Loon. Right there, guys, I haven't dropped my Mega or Electro Wizard yet. I believe I poison on defense. And yeah, I mean, he's going to just let my LAVAHOUND go, which is really good for me. I really hope that, yeah, the Mega Minion, the curse of the Mega Minion right there, the Mega Minion decides to like target the LAVAHOUND and then go back on from the balloon to the LAVAHOUND all the time. It's really not a fun time. So I had to drop my Electro Wizard in that situation where I would have really rather not done that. If the balloon stayed in the poison a little bit longer, we would have been fine. I'm just going same lane again. I'm not going to be too aggressive right now. It's just, I gotta drop my Electro Wizard, or I gotta drop my Goblin Gang sometime soon. He doesn't have poison or anything. I'm going for the same maneuver that I went for last time, except the poison did not kill the Tombstone in time, so that's kind of bad for me. Much rather have had the Tombstone evaporate in time. This is a really bad situation right here. I don't have poison or anything, and he gets a really nice lightning off. But at this point, I realize that I can just snipe the tower with like an Electro Wizard and Goblin Gang, I believe. I think that's gonna be my play. I'm gonna drop my Goblin Gang right there, so that yeah, I'm gonna just go Electro Wizard in the middle, I believe. But yeah, I just made sure that he wasn't able to take the 3-crown right there. You don't want to get 3-crowned by Lava Loon in this situation ever. You gotta deal with the 1 health balloon if anything's tanking for it. It's just too scary. Like 3 shots and you're kind of done. Yeah, there's my Electro Wizard and Goblin Gang. We take that game. Of course, we assert dominance at the end because it is Balloon, my favorite archetype in the game. Much respect for that, man. Alright, so I guess you can go same lane into a LAVAHOUND Balloon deck, but LAVAHOUND Balloon, that's only because it's kind of squishy. I was able to poison everything at the start and get a really nice battle ram. If you get that really nice battle ram at the start, like if you look at his deck, what does he have to actually deal with the battle ram? He doesn't actually really have anything besides like Tombstone, which is poisonable, Skarmy, which is poisonable, minions, which are poisonable, and then he's got Mega Minion. But Mega Minion, if he doesn't have it in cycle, or like I don't know, Mega Minion just doesn't seem like a reliable counter for him, because it could also, his Mega Minion could also be targeting my LAVAHOUND. So anything that is reliably going to be countering me is going to get poisoned. So that's why I went for the Battle Ram Poison underneath the LAVAHOUND, and it works out really well if you're able to identify what type of deck he's running and just take advantage of it. That calculation definitely won me the game. So let's hop into another game against Control. The 12th win right here against against this Zapate guy. I can't even endeavor to say his name. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know. So I'm just going to be chilling here. I don't believe I drop anything. I might drop a Electro Wizard, but I think I just stay at 10 Elixir for quite the while. Yeah, so I stay at 10 Elixir again just because, honestly, just wondering what he's going to be doing. I dropped my LAVAHOUND to just tank for the Spear Goblins, and then, I mean, he dropped like 3 Elixir right there, so that's a 4 Elixir LAVAHOUND, essentially, so I ignored the rest, I ignored the Spear Goblins, and we're doing pretty well right now. I knew I was up a lot of Elixir. I dropped the Electro Wizard there just to make something happen, because I just wanted to pressure him a little bit. I knew I had the Elixir to spare. And we're doing pretty well right now. We know that he's running a control deck, so we know we're not really going to be dropping our LAVAHOUND that much before double Elixir. And we're just going to be defending his Hog Rider, trying to mitigate as much damage as possible. We know that that's going to be a Hipster Barrel. I miscalculate the timing a little bit. He gets 1 Goblin hit. It's whatever. That Mega Minion is definitely not going to kill the Princess, because we're not allowed to have nice things like that. And we drop Battle Ram Poison. Of course, he doesn't actually have anything that he can use that's not squishy, so going for that Battle Ram Poison again, guys. If you're able to identify that he only has squishy things in his cycle, go for that Poison. He was forced to drop an Inferno, so it was definitely a really good trade by me, and I got that nice Poison chip damage. Double Elixir is going to be rapidly approaching soon, so I might even endeavor to drop my LAVAHOUND pretty soon. I might even drop it slightly before double Elixir. I doubt it, though. Yeah, so we drop our Electro Wizard plus Skeletons. We're going to get 1 or 2 Hog hits. Yeah, 1 Hog hit. We're good. We're just going to eat the Spear Goblins, and we're going to drop our LAVAHOUND relatively shortly, I believe. Got to still deal with the Princess, because you can't let that do 1,000,000 to your tower, or infinite damage. And we're doing really well. Despite, like, having... he's been up, like, 800 damage, he has to go same lane as me. He's committed to that lane. And going same lane against the tank deck is never a good thing with a good control deck. So we're dropping our Pencil, we're dropping our LAVAHOUND, we got a Mega Minion. We've got a really intimidating push barreling down his left lane. And this is definitely do a lot of damage. I wonder if I'm actually able to... that Princess was something that I wish I was able to poison potentially, but it wasn't happening. We cycled 2 LAVAHOUNDs on him because... we had the LAVAHOUND pups pop, so all the Inferno Tower would be targeting the pups for a long period of time. I recognize that, I seized the opportunity, and we are able to poison that Princess. I didn't remember correctly if I did that or not. And we're really chipping away at his tower. He's not even able to put up any aggression. My tower damage on, the tower damage on my side really hasn't changed at all. He doesn't really want to barrel a Hog Rider right down the same lane as me, so he switches up the lanes. He goes for a Hipster Barrel in the back. I wait, I log, and then I counter his 7 Elixir push with only 3 Elixir. So we're up 4, and then we go same lane as him. So it's a really good situation for us, and honestly, we're just spamming things at the bridge to just take the victory, since he's down so much. He didn't have any answer to us, and we just take the victory. So it was a pretty straightforward 12-1 with us, and unfortunately, we weren't able to get that nice juicy 12-0, but 12-1 was pretty nice, too. Let's hop into the chest. Hopefully we don't get a Sparky. I know that curse has been plaguing me for a while. We really want some graveyards, guys. I'm going to be... what is that? I'm going to be grinding out some more GCs tonight. I'm going to be trying to get that level I'm going to try to get that max graveyard so I can push up really high on the season. We just need one more today. We're buying 3 out every single time, guys. We're going to reach that goal. So, here's the chest, guys. Here we go. After all the anticipation, here's the chest. 22,000 gold. Doesn't really matter to me. All this is going to get translated into gold, so I'm reaching that 13 out of 20 for graveyards pretty soon. Got to get a lot more epics than that. It's not looking very promising, getting all these epics in like 1 or 2 batches. Not really a fan of that. We need all of our rares and epics very soon. There's all of the rares, but unfortunately all the rest of the cards will be epics, and there's going to be 8 epics in this one. So 8 Dark Princes, and that's what we got, guys. Alright, guys, so again, here's the deck if you did not get a chance to look at it already. It's incredibly solid. I won a few 12s with it, and a lot of my friends showed it to me. You can even make subtle adjustments to the deck. You can change out Tombstone for skeletons. It impairs the cycle a little bit better, or it impairs the cycle, but you're going to do a lot better against Golem or other tank decks like Giant. But I don't know. I actually prefer the skeletons just for a better cycle and just being able to adjust your cycle better. Like, honestly, like cycling skeletons at the start to get back to like, you're able to keep up with Zap Bait pretty easily. It just seems a lot more solid for me, and it's for competitive gameplay. I much rather have the skeletons. They're able to catch miners. They're able to do a lot more things on defense. Like, I'd much rather be dropping single elixir skeletons to counter that bandit at the start of the games that I showed than dropping a 3 elixir tombstone. So that just helps me conserve elixir to go for those battle ram poison predictions or battle ram log predictions. Just conserving elixir for that nice juicy LAVAHOUND push, stuff like that. So guys, thanks for tuning in today. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you have any comments or any suggestions, I'd be really appreciated, or I'd really appreciate it if you would give me any suggestions on what decks I should be using. I know I haven't recorded that many YouTube videos in a while, and probably going to be dropping them all at once since I've been recording like 2 or 3 right now. But thanks for tuning in, guys, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.